Hi, Michelle here with the Traveling Epicurean. Today's menu is all about my Caesar salad and garlic croutons. I make this all the time. I take this to parties and everyone always asks me for the recipe, and I've received requests to make this a feature show. So here's my Caesar salad. Let's go get those ingredients. I can't wait to show you how to make this. Here are all the things we're going to need for our amazing Caesar salad. So we'll need the melted butter, the anchovy paste, grated cheese, garlic, Reggiano, salt and pepper, our olive oil, our rice wine vinegar, Worcestershire, sriracha, Dijon, a whisk in a wooden bowl, garlic granules, our lemons, our loaves of bread for the croutons, some romaine lettuce, and lemons. And I use this great big bowl here to set up the salad in. So I have my oven preheating at 400. I got 2 loaves because they were a little on the small side. So, you could use your discretion, but now we're going to start cutting up these cubes. So I just cut them up into 3/4 inch pieces. Sometimes I cut off the crusts a little bit just because it seems like it's too hard and crunchy. But these are nice. So just about that size right there. These are going to toast up really nicely in the oven. This is what we're going to need for our garlic croutons. I have my 1 stick of butter that's melted, my 4 garlic cloves that I put through the garlic press, some salt, granulated garlic, olive oil, sriracha, and then I have my cubed bread. Back a little bit. Got the rest of the garlic in there. Very good. Just a little squirt of sriracha. You can do as much as you like to spice it up. It has such great flavors in that sriracha. With a spatula to help me get out all those yummy garlic pieces in the bottom. Just pour in half. Eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mix it around a little bit on both trays. Take the bread and then just start distributing all those cubes of bread. Try not to get my sleeves in the butter here. Should have wore a different shirt. That's okay. Here we go. There. And just begin to move the bread around. And then we're going to sprinkle a teaspoon and a half of those garlic granules on each tray. All of our cubed up bread slathered in that garlicky butter and olive oil. And now I'm going to sprinkle some garlic granules. It's important to use the granules and not the powder. I find that the powder is almost flavorless. The granules holds all the flavor in there. Another thing you could do to make a simple garlic bread, if you've forgotten the fresh garlic, or you don't have it in the house, but you have a loaf of Italian bread, slice it in half, slather both sides with butter, and then sprinkle some garlic granules on there, pop it in the oven for about 10 minutes, and you have yourself some amazing garlic bread. Tray, so they are in a single layer on your tray. And this way they all have an even chance to get golden. We don't even flip them, we just put them right in the oven for 12 minutes. Okay, so it's time to get the croutons out of the oven. Let me tell you, it smells so amazing in this kitchen. And oh, those are gorgeous. They're very golden. They look perfect. I can't wait to test them. Let me get the other tray out. Wow, they smell really, really good. I can't wait. Oh my goodness, they're so good. Wow, these came out absolutely amazing. They're gorgeous. Look at that golden color. Really, really nice. We're going to sprinkle them on our Caesar salad right now. The rest I'm going to pop into a Ziploc, and then we'll put them in the freezer. And they'll stay fresh for however long, although they won't last that long. But you can crush them and sprinkle them on soups, other salads, on top of grilled chicken and steak. Just amazing. These garlic croutons can make anything taste absolutely incredible. Okay, so I washed all the lettuce. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I've laid down paper towels in between each layer. And now there's two ways you could do this. When I take it to a party and I put it on a big platter, I slice up all the lettuce to about 1/2-inch strips. It just makes it really easy to eat. If I'm having it for a dinner party, I'll take the inner leaves, which are those delicate little leaves, and I'll lay them on the plate. And I'll show you both ways in just a minute. But I lay them on the plate, and then I keep them whole. And then we drizzle over the dressing and sprinkle some fresh grated Reggiano on there, and that looks beautiful. And of course, a sprinkle with our croutons. All right, so here we are. We're going to take all of this lovely cut up lettuce, and I'm going to start putting it into this baggie here. But I'm just going to finish cutting up all of this lettuce here, just 1/2-inch slices, just like that. And I'm going to keep going until I finish. Okay, I finished cutting. That was 5 stalks. I don't know if the stalks, but... Okay, so I finished cutting up 5 heads of romaine lettuce. And I fit it all in this one baggie. It's amazing how much you could fit in here. So I'm going to shake it a little bit, and then I'm going to press it down, and I hear the air coming out of the bag, just like this. I'm compressing it. It's not squishing the leaves. It's completely fine. All right, so we have the lettuce in the bag. I'm going to just push down on it a little bit so all the air has come out of it. And then I'm going to keep it down and zip it all the way across. And look, you don't need to stick a straw in there and try and suck out the air. It's so much easier doing it this way. So I have our wonderful Ziploc of lettuce, and that's going into the fridge. I've taken the air out, so it's going to stay fresher. So these are the ingredients we're going to start off with to make our Caesar salad dressing. Dijon anchovy paste, 2 medium garlic cloves that I put through the garlic press to get that really fine, salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. All right, so I'm going to start mashing this together, and the salt granules really help to mash this all into a really wonderful paste. You put the garlic through the press, so that already starts that wonderful fine mash of the garlic, and it's not too difficult. And then I'm going to transfer this to a glass bowl because it's much easier to whisk in that olive oil, and it's really important to get a really nice whisk going with that emulsion, and I'll show you that in a minute. There. That looks beautiful. So I've already juiced the lemon, but you know, I'm just going to show you, you need to roll the lemon. It's amazing how much more juice you can get out of a lemon when you roll it. It becomes softer, and those juices are ready to come flowing out of there. So I have my paste here. We don't need this board anymore. Move this away. And I'm just going to get our bowl and start to get the paste into the bowl. This is actually where, I'm going to show you guys how to make this without an egg yolk. I prefer to use an egg yolk. I buy fresh eggs, either farm fresh or organic brown eggs at the store. I never buy bulk white eggs. The only time I buy bulk white eggs at the grocery store is for Easter, when we're going to be coloring and I'm hard boiling those eggs. So when I make this for a party, I don't use an egg because you just don't know what allergies there are out there. But at this point, I would add an egg yolk into this bowl. I would separate the egg yolk from the white, and I would put it right in the bowl right now, right when we're going to be adding in the acids, the lemon juice and the rice wine vinegar and our Worcestershire and a tad of our sriracha. I would add the egg yolk in right now. It just makes it really super creamy. If I'm having a dinner party, I definitely add in that egg yolk if I'm having a bunch of foodie people over because they'll appreciate that. as long as I know that no one has an allergy. It's still going to come out creamy and absolutely delicious without it, but it just gives it that extra hint of something to have that egg yolk in there. But we're not going to put it in. I'm going to show you how I make it for a giant party or a picnic. That's how we're going to do it. Paste right here. I have my tablespoon of lemon juice and my 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. I'm going to add that in there. I'm going to give a good shot of Worcestershire. That really gives it a nice tang. I love putting in the Worcestershire. And a little shot of sriracha. And then I'm going to get that. Remember, the egg yolk would also be going in there right now. But we don't have it, so that's okay. And I'm just going to whisk this till it's combined. Looks so pretty. It smells amazing. I can smell the lemon and the garlic. Wow, it smells great. All right, now I'm going to start pouring in slowly, like really drizzling in the olive oil. You have to do this super duper slow. Otherwise, you're going to have a problem with it emulsifying. And so just keep whisking and keep drizzling. And it's going to become a nice, thick dressing. It's going to be gorgeous. If you go too fast, it's going to separate. And then you'd have to start all over again. So just drops. Just drizzle in drops. Just like that. And then we're going to add in some grated cheese after we have it completely emulsified and thick and gorgeous. So I'm almost done drizzling in all the olive oil. It's a little bit less, it's not completely a half a cup, it's a little less. I'd say it's about a tablespoon, less than half a cup. Isn't that gorgeous? Really pretty. Nice and thick, completely emulsified. And then I'm going to sprinkle in some of that grated cheese. Now I'm using Reggiano here, so a little bit more cheese. And I think that looks great. And see, I have a little bit left in there, so I'm not going to put it all in because it's absolutely gorgeous. Nice. And you know why I love this recipe? Is because it's a total make-ahead recipe. Everything's prepared earlier. You can even do the croutons like 2 weeks prior to the event. You put it in Ziplocs or containers, put it in the fridge, get your large platter, and then you assemble it, and it only takes about 5 minutes. This is how I would put together an individual plate if I was having a dinner party. Just lay some romaine leaves onto the plate like that, and then I would just drizzle some dressing. That's how I would plate it up, and then you could even give a little bit more sprinkle of cheese. I can never have enough cheese on anything. My nice big platter here. It's really beautiful. I love using this giant platter. I'm just going to do a small portion for right now because I'm not having a bunch of people over for dinner. So we'll fill it up somewhat. Maybe like a third of the way. I usually fill the whole thing to the brim with all of this lettuce. I would drizzle over and I'm going to toss it for sure. Nobody needs a knife to slice the lettuce leaves. It's party friendly, as you could say. And then I'm going to shave some more of that lovely Parmesan right on top. Those amazing garlic croutons. And you can even take one and crush it a little bit and give it a little sprinkle of some crushed croutons as well. Now my favorite part, testing the goods after all the hard work. That's really, really good. Get the garlic and the cheese and the refreshing romaine and those crunchy garlic croutons. You can't go wrong with this. Now you got the goods on how I make my Caesar salad. You can find this recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a great day. Ciao!